Hello, welcome to the Lately in JavaScript podcast. This is episode 62, and as always, I have here with me Arturs Sosins from the great Latvia. Hello, Arturs.
Hello, and this is the first podcast I think that we come to the last recording, the JavaScript recording, and nothing actually went wrong.
Well, let's hope nothing happens. Anyway, since I stopped making the transcriptions of the podcast because they delay the publication and they give a lot of work reviewing the transcriptions. Some people complain that they would like to have the transcriptions back, so instead of showing the transcriptions, just going to talk very briefly about the topics that we're going to cover in this podcast, and then we move on to the actual discussions of the topics. So the first thing that let me actually show here the timeline. And the first thing that we are going to talk about is about an article that is showing is the title is JavaScript Beyond 2015, but in reality is about the Internet of the Things, the different types of devices that are being used, and the JavaScript libraries that integrate with them. Then there is a JavaScript developer survey results, which is very interesting. Shows several types of aspects about the usage of the JavaScript language by the developers. Then there is an article titled "Must See JavaScript Dev Tools That Put Other Dev Tools to Shame." Basically, just a selection of the dev tools that many of us use. Well, I don't use all of them, but many of them. So we will take a look at them. Then there's an article about the just announcement that Facebook is now using HTML5 for videos only, no more Flash. And then there is a couple of articles. Actually, I found once more about Service Worker, which is a new feature, at least available in Chrome, probably in other browsers, that allow you to run some tasks in the background, even when you don't have the page that started those tasks, these worker tasks, opened. And finally, one funny thing, which is a lightsaber application, a game actually, that you can play, and you can use your mobile phone as your lightsaber, and it controls a lightsaber on your computer screen, so you can defeat the Empire troopers. I think that's the name. So that said, let's start from the first topic, and JavaScript Beyond Web in 2015, which, according to this author, is probably only about Internet of the Things. So it talks about several devices and APIs. First, it talks about Tessel 2. I don't know. Arturs, do you know these devices?
Yeah, I think about Tessel we already commented before, so it's something like Arduino MP, but only running specific environment for JavaScript. It's not exactly Node.js, but I think it's Node.js compatible. Let me maybe share it then. Yeah, basically, the article is the list of all the use cases of JavaScript beyond the web. So if the first common use is front end, the second back end, and then the third one would be the embedded systems like Tessel, for example. It talks about many other devices I haven't even heard of, like Open Hybrid, for example. But it seems it is also running. It can run JavaScript. Samsung recently, I don't know, open source first one was JavaScript. It was a very lightweight JavaScript that could run on very little resources, devices with very little resources like microcontrollers. And then they released IoT.js, which is a framework for communications between devices for interoperability. So that's all coming interesting because it's also, I think both of them are not hardware specific, so you can launch and use them on other hardwares too. There are many others. Spark, I think Spark we also commented it. I didn't know it used JavaScript, but as this article says, it does. And now with Microsoft Windows 10, we have also an IoT version of it that you can also put even on Raspberry Pi, the second version. And so use the Windows IoT. It's like a cut version specifically for embedded devices on your Raspberry Pi. Eva thinks it's something I again did not heard of, but it seems to be, at least from the screenshot, seems to be a framework or many different collections of interactions with devices and controllers. If this then that is like making recipes. If something happens, like you have an event and you have another event, it's really popular in IoT world that you can mix up different things. If you turn on TV, then you turn off the lights, for example, and stuff like that. You can mix many different recipes between the internet-connected devices. And Johnny 5, I think it's something similar to what we reviewed some time ago, which was Cylon.js, which was a framework with many collections of how to APIs on how to control different robots. So Johnny 5, it seems to be something similar to it. It have collections of and let me just maybe even open that here. So it works on, it's compatible with many different boards and platforms and have an APIs to access them, their pins, their GPOs and stuff like that. So yeah, that's probably the third popular JavaScript usage on embedded systems. Oh yeah, there is also Raspberry Pi Zero. I don't know what Zero. It's probably a specific model, but yeah, I actually recently also used Raspberry Pi in my home. I've created a sensor IoT system that reports temperature, real-time temperature in every room of the house, and I also use JavaScript for that. So no
So
JS
what do you use that
running.
to turn on the heating system?
No, yeah, that will be the next part. I didn't yet get that part.
A work in progress.
Yeah, so the first part was collect temperature from all the rooms, then we need to implement some logic and then control the heater. Yeah, but that's what these devices allow you to do. Some devices are like have specific purpose, like you can get a Philips bulb to control and stuff like that. But if you have the embedded systems like Raspberry, Arduino, or Spark or Tesla, then you can basically add any sensors you want and program any logic that you want.
Yeah, that's interesting. As you said, we actually cover some of those devices before, but it's always interesting to know more things about this. One device that they never talk about is Chromecast. Isn't Chromecast something of the Internet of the Things? It has its own IP address.
No, not exactly like that. Basically, you connect Chromecast to your TV, and then you can easily share the screen of your computer or share specific browser window to your TV. So it's like a wireless HDMI cable, only wireless or something like that. I don't think it has many APIs to use it like IoT.
I think it uses API. Netflix uses a Chromecast API to make the streaming go directly to your TV instead of going to your computer. It's not like Apple TV, that Apple TV downloads the video to the Apple TV and then streams to the device. Chromecast has an API that you can tell it to download videos directly from the internet. They don't go through your computer.
Okay, maybe I didn't know that. That's possible. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the interesting part because your mobile phone only becomes a remote control, just
Yeah.
to pause and play. But the actual video does not go to the mobile phone. But there is also that possibility. You can stream a tab from Chromecast. I mean,
Yeah.
the
From Chrome
Chrome
browser.
to Chrome browser to the Chromecast.
Yeah.
That's also possible, but that is a bit CPU intensive for the browser because it is capturing the video. Well, if you have a fast CPU, you can do it. Anyway, moving on to the next topic, we're going just to review some survey that was carried out among the JavaScript developer community. It asked many questions. Let's start from the first. What type of JavaScript do you write? Most people say on the browser, but there's still already a lot of people doing JavaScript on the server.
Oh, and third option is mobile. Okay, I was wrong. I thought third option would be embedded systems, but mobile.
Yeah, mobile is quite strong because of many systems like I've been using it a lot and then forgot the
PhoneGap,
what?
PhoneGap, Cordova,
Oh yes, PhoneGap, and then there's also Titanium.
Titanium.
Then,
Yeah.
and then there are other frameworks for around that to help you to write a single page apps based on your JavaScript to run your applications on mobile phones, and all you need to know is basically JavaScript. So I think this mobile here 37%, that's what it means. Where do you use JavaScript at work? Most people. For side projects, 82%. Other 1.3%. I don't know what is the other. What could be other? How long have you been writing JavaScript?
Yeah, that's interesting that there is a peak on 3 years or less, and then the next peak is over 6 years.
Yeah, maybe that's when JavaScript start becoming more and more popular.
And I'm Brandon 8.
Okay.
How long is JS classes running already?
Since 2010, so it has over 5 years.
Yeah, I think that was the time when JavaScript started to become popular, right?
Probably. jQuery was becoming popular, but not things like mobile.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about Node.js. Yeah, which compared to JavaScript language do you use? CoffeeScript, TypeScript, Dart, JavaScript, ECMAScript. 85%. I don't believe this. Do you believe the 85%?
Use like Babel or something like that.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
I think people misunderstood the answer. And look, other is only 13%. I'm definitely other. I don't use any compilations.
Same here.
What JavaScript stylistic choices do you prefer? Oh, semicolons, no semicolons. These are useless questions. Which ECMAScript 5 features do you use? Array prototype, object create, object freeze,
Yes. Strict mode.
strict mode. Yeah, strict mode even makes sense. Okay. Which ECMAScript feature do you use? If you use ECMAScript 6, right? Yeah. Well, these answers are just for the people that actually use it. Do you write tests? 42% said sometimes.
Yes,
And
I write tests.
yes, 34%. Do you run continuous integration? 32%.
Seems quite similar.
Yes, 41% no, sometimes.
It's quite easy to run continuous integration for JavaScript, not like for other languages.
Well, if you have build things that you have to,
Yeah, you can use Travis, for
you
example,
can
if
use
you're open source.
tests to figure if you have added bugs. How do you run tests? Manual browser testing means no testing. Automated browser testing, 59%. Automated server JavaScript tests.
Yes.
I believe lots of people are lying just to not look bad. But this is an anonymous survey. It doesn't matter. And what unit test libraries do you use?
Mocha.
Mostly people say Mocha and Jasmine. Do you use any of these?
Yeah, Mocha.
Okay. What code quality tools do you use? ESLint, JSLint, ESLint.
Oh yes, Wint actually became so popular so quickly. I use JSHint.
Oh, I have no idea. Do you prefer handling client-side dependencies, NPM, Bower, by the grace of bespoke script tags, and other, well, NPM?
NPM probably, yeah.
I think this survey is just answered by JavaScript enthusiasts.
Yeah,
Not
probably.
the vast majority that is not so enthusiastic but has to use JavaScript somehow. What's your preferred build script solution? Grunt, Go?
Grunt.
Uh,
At least we're using Grunt, but I think it's becoming old and everyone is using Gulp.
NPM run. What's your preferred JavaScript model loading tool? Browserify, Webpack, Babel?
No, nothing, I think.
So yours is other. What libraries do you use? jQuery1, jQuery2, jQuery, Lodash.
Lodash is so popular.
What is Lodash? Why is it so popular?
I don't know. I think it's like a jQuery or something. Just a minimalistic version.
The users that fill this survey are unusual. Are the friends of Lodash.
Yeah, maybe. Underscore is also quite popular.
What frameworks do you use? Angular, Knockout.js, Backbone, React.
Top 3 makes sense. AngularJS is quite popular, Backbone is losing its popularity, and React is gaining its popularity. So
Yeah.
it makes sense.
And Polymer is not picking up.
And probably won't.
The usual Google complication. Do you use ECMAScript exclusively, extensively, occasionally? Never. So most people say occasionally.
Probably, I don't know.
Do you know what's coming 2000 with EX 2016?
Yes. No.
Offset, yes, offset no.
It's basically half.
Yeah. Do you understand ECMAScript 6?
I understand
Really
the basics.
well? Understand the basics? Not at all. Okay. What do you say ECMAScript? Would you say ECMAScript 6 was an improvement?
Yes.
Well, why not? Oh,
Definitely.
6.5% said no.
No, we don't need a sync keyword and stuff like that.
No. What are your preferred text editors? WebStorm, Sublime,
Vim. Really? How why so many people use Vim?
Yeah, because they are macho programmers. I think. Oh, Visual Studio, not bad. It's all those people that use Windows. What's your preferred development OS?
Wow, that doesn't
Mac
match your
OS. Oh, this is really weird. Mac OS 60%. These are the hipsters, definitely. How do you find reusable code? Libraries and tools. GitHub,
and
MDS,
PNG.
search engine.
Search engines, yeah, true.
Yeah, Twitter. Do you go to Twitter to find your reusable code?
No, not really.
Newsletters, blogs. Okay. Do you engage in social networks? Social JavaScript events.
Is podcast recording count?
I don't know. I think it's social, like two people recording, maybe some listening. What browsers do you support in your JavaScript applications? IE6. Oh, wow.
IE9 sounds reasonable.
Yeah. Okay. Do you learn about JavaScript latest features on a regular basis?
Yes.
You have to, or else what are going to tell in the lately in JavaScript?
Exactly.
Where do you learn about latest JavaScript features?
No, our
Pony
podcast
Foo.
is not there.
Oh, Pony Foo, it's this site.
Yeah.
Yeah, JavaScript Weekly. Duality. Oh, these are the users of Pony 5. Pony Foo. That's why. Which of these features have you heard about? Service worker, shared worker, web audio, web cryptography, IndexedDB.
All of them, I think.
Well, service worker is really a new thing, and many people heard about it.
I just heard it in your topics.
Yeah.
So
What language do you? No, I heard about it in a developer podcast of Google last week or so. That's why I wanted to comment. It sounded interesting because you could send push notifications. Okay, what else? What language do you use primarily besides JavaScript?
Bash.
C#. Oh, PHP makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
Python and Java.
Yeah, I wonder
C#, VB.NET, Bash.
Yeah.
What about Bash? Oh, because no JS is run from Bash.
Yeah, because you need to set up lots of scripts to manage the process, to start it, if it's killed, restart it, and stuff like that. Into lots of Bash.
Okay, this is an interesting survey, except that it seems to be just from the Ipsos that use this site.
Well, you can't really have everyone answer the survey. It's hard to make them do that.
That's true.
No, it's still
unless you are not a site for a specific audience.
Yeah.
Okay, next topic about the dev tools. Must see JavaScript dev tools that put other dev tools to shame. Ooh. We've been recording for so long.
Come on, it's midnight over here, not over there where you are.
Yeah, that's true. But here it's dinner time.
Oh, you usually sleep at dinner?
No, because I'm taking some medicine to help me to sleep, and it helps me to sleep more than I hope. And well, anyway, we're talking about the dev tools and TLDR, quick lists, Atom, no idea. Chrome DevTools, of course. Space Speed Insights, sure. Firefox Developer Edition, we talk about it. Browser Sync.
I think Browser Sync allows you to test in different browsers.
Oh, is it one of those sites? But oh, I see. I think I test some tools like this, but not specifically this one. TraceGL. What is TraceGL?
I think it traces all the function calls, so you could debug JavaScript easier or something like that.
And the Iron Node.
A debugger for Node.js.
Oh, does it need a special debugger?
Well, there is no debugger, so it needs a debugger.
With printf. Yes, lint, sure. R-type. I don't know this. RFX library. No idea. Okay, Babel, we talk about this. Greenkeeper, not real. Up-to-date dependencies.
Oh, I see. Okay.
React.
React. That's actually.
That's a framework from Facebook.
Yeah.
But I don't
we
use it.
talked about it.
Yeah, Webpack. What is Webpack?
Don't really know that. Something module dependency, something.
Okay. Redux. Did we talk about Redux here? No, I think not. We're confusing something else. Well, we are ashamed because half of these tools we don't know.
Yeah, but there are lots of videos underneath also talking about these tools and displaying more. So if you guys are interested, you can check them out.
Well, at least we mentioned them.
Yeah, but
next time we can say that we already talk about them.
It doesn't mean that we should agree on all of them, like choice of ID, choice of linting, and stuff like that. But
yeah,
this is a great list.
So next article is about just the announcement that Facebook replaces Adobe Flash with HTML5 for videos. So yet another company that no longer uses Flash for videos.
Really, I thought that did it some time ago already.
No, I don't think it was Facebook.
Okay, but okay, yeah, that makes sense. From mobile, you're using Facebook app, not Facebook website, so you would still be able to see videos. Yeah, so I'm confusing that. True.
So the topic of this podcast is service worker. Let's talk about it. The thing that you haven't heard about until today. So what is service worker? It is hard to explain, but from what I understood, it is a worker object that you can start and run some code on the background.
And do anything you want there.
You can start it even when the tab that started it was closed. So I think you just can have, you just need to have your browser running.
Probably.
Yeah. And it even says that you can send push notifications, but it says it works offline. It can work offline, so it doesn't need the network connectivity. So these push notifications are not push notifications sent by the server, are sent by the service worker. That's what I got.
Yeah,
and talking about this, there is an article here that says how to enable Facebook push notification through Chrome. I have noticed that this became enabled for some reason. I don't recall having enabled it manually. And it says it uses the push notifications API. And if I have the browser open and somebody sends me some message or there's a new article or something, I see a notification in the corner of the screen. And then I click on it and it opens Facebook back. So Facebook seems to be using the service workers with these push notifications.
Yeah, but service workers is not only push notification. Basically, I think it could be any file that you can add as a service. That JavaScript, just simply provide a JavaScript file that would run as a service somewhere in the background, and then you listen to, yeah, you see, you can even see it in developer tools. You can see if specific website has a service worker that is running. You probably can view it or disable it if you want.
Well, what I was thinking is that this could be used for mobile applications developed with JavaScript to create services, because until so far, if you use Cordova, you cannot create services natively. We need to some plugin.
Yeah, you
So
have native plugin, right?
yeah, and with this probably, I'm not sure, you can create your own services using.
Well, probably can, but you need, as you said, you need to have web browser running. But I don't know how it would work on mobile.
Because no, because when you create an application with Cordova, implicitly you are running a browser view, even if it is minimized. And since this service worker works even when the application is the tab is closed, I suppose it should work permanently on the background, and it can be used, for instance, to handle push notifications received from the server and probably do useful things. Probably this push notifications API would actually show as messages, as notifications in your mobile phone.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's what.
That's possible use case, but we still don't know yet if it would work.
Yeah.
But as I said, service worker could do much more than that. Basically, it is the file that you run, and you're listening to specific events of it, installing, activating, and stuff, and then you can intercept requests made by your browser. So if your browser requests some file, you can intercept it and point it to the cache or retrieve file if there is no cache. That's so you can provide offline content and stuff like that. So basically, I think there are many possibilities that service worker could actually do.
Yeah, for instance, right now, you do not see it because it is on a different layer, but it is showing me a notification in the corner, and I don't have the Facebook tab open. So this means that you can have your mobile application started, but it's dormant, so it's not being used by the user. And you can use this service worker to do anything on the background. Could be handling push notifications or something else. So it seems useful.
But till the native web view will support service worker, I think sometime will pass.
Well, I think it has to have the latest Chrome installed. So it uses the latest Chrome web view.
Can it use a Chrome web view? I think it was just simply general web view.
Now I'm not sure, but I think it uses whatever is the browser that you are using, WebView. I don't know. Or maybe it is a package that we install to use Chrome WebView.
Maybe.
I'm not sure. Well, currently I'm not doing any mobile application development. I started doing an application a few months ago, but it's sort of quitted it because I had to move on to other projects. But I have a friend that is working on a mobile application that probably will want to use this because he's using Cordova. And anyway, I think whatever is the web view, I'm not sure if it is dependent on the web view. It could be, web view is basically just to show your application, to render the HTML, I think.
Yeah, but there is an engine underneath that interprets all the JavaScript, and it's probably different, as it is different between browsers. So WebView
Yeah, but
is like
if it,
another browser.
if well, I don't know for sure. This is I'm just guessing. But if the underlying JavaScript libraries that integrate with the Cordova can run any extensions, they can always integrate with whatever is the implementation of a service worker.
Yeah, same way you can simply use native plugin.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, there is another article here that says that you don't need to wait for service working for adding offline support with one line. It talks about
AppCache.
Appcast manifest, but as we've seen, there is also people complaining about the Appcast manifest. And here it talks a project named Surge, but I'm not familiar with it. Do you know Surge?
No, but it seems to be a service to static web publishing. Something like generates automatically app caches for each page you visit or stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Anyway, I think the most important conclusion is that more and more you can do things in JavaScript, even in mobile applications, hopefully, because I think that's a great way to apply applications. I mean, to implement mobile applications using Cordova or some other similar. So now moving to a final topic.
To the main topic with a demo.
Oh yeah, the demo that I have to run because you couldn't.
Yeah.
So what is this? It is a lightsaber escape, an experience built for Chrome. So basically, I have to share my screen, but
Yeah,
just
we
for
already see.
momentarily, because I have to let me clear something here. And
We can do it differently, you know. You can actually connect to my screen to website that I opened, so I can share it, and we can see you on camera how you are controlling it.
but would it be fast enough?
I don't know. We can try.
Uh, let's first try what says here.
Okay.
GCO lightsaber, and then there is a code that says SM. And then I have to calibrate.
Okay.
So I'm going just to share the screen. So here you see a screen that you need to initiate to calibrate.
Yeah.
And I don't know, do you listen to any music, any songs?
Yeah. Yeah, I hear all what's happening.
It says calibration concluded. Oh, I forgot one important detail. It doesn't run on my Chrome. I have to start over in.
Connect to my screen if you can. Let me share it. You can see it in your screen, and we will see your camera. So both win.
Well, I don't know if Google shares both. What is it? The code. No. Is it connecting?
Nothing happening. Oh yeah, now it's connected. Let me enable full screen. Can you enable your camera so we see what are you doing?
Oh no, we do it the wrong way.
Why?
Because I have to enter in the. I have to enter in my mobile browser. Did it disconnect?
Yeah.
So I need to send me another code.
It says the same code.
Save code.
Yeah. I can refresh it if you.
Didn't it say disconnected?
Yes. But... yeah. Okay. Now it provided another code. So where did you enter it then?
No.
And I need to turn off the volume again.
Oh wait. Let me copy here. I pasted the wrong URL. Okay, here it goes. Oh, so, okay. Is it connecting?
Nothing yet.
I don't think.
Yeah, it's probably too slow.
No, you need to send me another code. Try to reload your page. Oh no, paste the whole URL because I'm on the mobile phone trying to type it.
You're on mobile, okay. It doesn't allow it to copy so easily.
Okay, here it goes. Oh, I have to copy in here, and then
So
is it going?
nothing yet is happening. Oh yeah, now it's. Oh, it's again. It says again disconnected.
Disconnected?
Yeah.
No, I have to initiate. Did it calibrate?
No. It says disconnected still. I don't know what's happened. Oh yeah, now it's calibration complete. It's just lagging, really.
You have to have WebGL enabled.
Yeah, it is enabled. I think maybe too many other tabs. Let me close something.
This is going to be
Yeah, it's a disaster now. It's probably does not work
because
that way.
it's too slow.
Yeah. So can you show it on your browser then?
Yeah, well, I'll try. So I have to start Firefox.
Why doesn't it work on your Chrome? It says it's Chrome experience.
It's because I have not WebGL enabled. I don't know what is the setting.
But it could not work on Firefox. Have you tried it on Firefox?
I'm trying in Firefox. Yesterday it worked.
Okay.
Let me yeah 5D already. I will share the screen if this works.
Yeah, well, the idea is interesting.
Yeah.
As a promo for the Star Wars, for all the Star Wars fans.
No. Where is the Okay. Is this Firefox?
No. I think it's Chrome.
No. It's confusing because it's another window.
Yes.
Okay, it says to calibrate, and I'm going just to fix the screen, or else when you talk.
Yeah.
Oh, it stopped the music.
I will not talk, no worries.
No. Where is Firefox?
I see it. And there I was telling that nothing.
Because it stopped the music, so I'm going to start calibrate. Can you see it?
Yeah, something's happening.
This is me trying to.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to turn it on, I think. I have no idea how I eat it.
Can you move your phone to the left?
This is. You can see it, but.
I can see you not playing. Oh, yeah, something happened.
Let me. I have to calibrate it again.
You just need to hold it vertically all the time and move left and right, I think.
Okay.
Better?
I'm trying to hit him.
You don't need to hit him. You need to deflect the laser on the left.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Can you move the phone to the left? No, to the left. Left, not right. Yeah, you need to move the lightsaber to the left so you deflect the laser. No, left.
No. It's going the opposite direction.
Why?
No, it disappeared totally.
Yeah, okay, there seems to be some problems with that calibration
No,
stuff.
it worked yesterday. I don't know why. It's
now to the right. Yeah.
Okay, don't forget.
Now to the right, to the right, to the right. More right.
I don't know. I don't know what to do with this because
skip it and play the real game. Wow. Yeah.
Did I hit it?
Yes. You deflected the laser right into him. That's a nice skill.
I don't know why, but this is not very usable.
I see it. I see that. Yeah.
Well, you get the idea.
Yeah.
It's already making too much noise. Well, this is just to show that you can use WebGL, and then they use some communication with your mobile phone. It's all done via the browser, and you can communicate with the game and make it go. Make it eat the enemy, although I didn't figure why I was not hitting the enemy. So that is all the fun that we had with this game. I don't know if you can call it a game, but that's it. Now we are going to talk about the PHP and the JavaScript Innovation Award that is organized every month. And we are going to start precisely by the JavaScript winners of October. Let me share the screen here. Unfortunately, there are not many nominees as in the PHP classes side. Things got a little better this month in terms of contributions. Let's see if we have as many nominees. Anyway, Arturs, which one of these two would you like to comment?
Okay, let me comment on JavaScript table library that would allow you to build HTML tables programmatically. My first idea when I saw the example code, my first idea was why taking such thing as building tables and make it so complicated. But then actually when diving more into it, then I understood that you actually populate the table with an array of the data. So it populates automatically, you just set up the headers, descriptions, and it could also visualize table in different ways, like in the table or list or probably something else.
Yeah.
I don't know all the values now, but so it does a little more than you assume on the first sight. So that's why it seemed kind of interesting library. And it was developed by Martin Barker from United Kingdom, and he got one book of choice by Pact for this package.
Yeah, well, on my behalf, I also would like to comment on the other package that is precisely about somewhat related topic, which is showing paginated tables with a limited number of rows. So this package was developed by Jackson Knowlton, and from the United States. And the idea here is to actually, in the case when you have a table that is too long, you can split it in multiple parts, and so you only view one part at a time. But I think it actually loads the whole table. It just shows part of the table, and then you add some pagination links to go to the different parts of the table. Anyway, Jackson earned for this package one book of choice from O'Reilly. Now, in terms of Innovation Award rankings, we are almost reaching the end of the year, so things are getting close to be well defined. With there is still a chance of things for changing. Anyway, in terms of individual winners, the first place is Anders Toth from Hungary, followed by Suresh Kumar from India, then Jackson Moulton from the United States. In this case, he had 3 packages in 10 points. Then Stefan Shepard from Australia with 2 packages in 8 points. Arturs Sosins with 3 packages in 8 points. Diego Lamonic with 2 packages in 8 points. Suzanne Boskic with 2 packages in 7 points. Gianluca Ferrari also with 7 points, tied in 7, but with just 1 package. And then Franz Joseph Brunner and Everton de Rosa in 9th place with 6 points. In terms of countries, as we have seen this, due to not many submissions, not many innovative packages, the ranking is similar, just mapping countries, authors to countries. So first it is Hungary with 6 packages with 83 points, then followed by India with 6 packages and 20 points, France with 5 packages and 15 points, United States with 4 packages and 11 points, Italy with 2 packages and 8 points, Australia with 2 packages and 8 points, also in 5th place, also tied with Latvia with 3 packages and 8 points. Then in 8th place there is Serbia and Netherlands with 7 points, and finally Austria with 2 packages and 6 points. So with this practically in this podcast, on my behalf, that is all for now. Bye.
Bye.